Hey everyone, and welcome to the podcast about IESF and the grand event that's going to be happening in Iasi at the end of August and at the start of September in 2023. We are super hyped up to have such an amazing show in our hometown. I know that I am for one. By the way, my name is Boogie, and I used to be, as my good friend and collaborator here, Christy, said, I used to be an esports commentator slash, analyst slash desk show host, basically.
All in one.
Yeah, part of the talent team. They call us talent, although I didn't feel very talented, but still. I used to do CSGO and PUBG back in the day, and now I am just super hyped up that such a grand esport event is coming to my hometown in Iasi, Romania. And today we also have a great collaborator of ours, a founding part of the IESF team. Hi, how's it going, my friend? It's good to have you here. You
Good to be here.
Let us know a few words about yourself?
Sure. My name is Boban Totovski. I'm the General Secretary of the International Esports Federation. I'm coming from Macedonia, so from this region.
Yeah.
I understand the culture, understand the people much better and easier from all our events after being in Asia and all over the world.
Nice.
It's good to see an ISF event in my neighborhood.
And I understand that it's the second one that's happening in Romania.
Yeah, the first one was 2013, and that's actually when Macedonia joined the International Esports Federation. So for me, it's a nice milestone. 10 years later, back to Romania, so really good.
And this time around, we're even better prepared, and I do believe that we have the necessary infrastructure, as you probably so.
Well, what we are seeing from coming here on the site surveys and on the site inspections, we can see that the infrastructure is quite solid, and the people and everyone is like fully on board on everything.
Yeah, times have changed, I suppose, for us as well.
Yeah.
But times have changed also for esports, and I know that many of us that are going to be watching this at home know what esports is, but I know that some people are going to be interested. If you could tell us a few words about the basics of what esports are and how they kind of evolved over the years.
Yeah, well, esports has multiple definitions throughout the world. If you ask the International Olympic Committee, they think virtual sailing is esports. But the most general definition that we as ISF are also using currently is that it's competitive gaming. So when you're playing all the games that we know in a competitive manner, when there is a structure, there is system, there are fans, there are coaches, there are referees, and there is a system of competitions throughout the world.
And a prize pool at the end of
and the prize pool, that's something that we inherited. Yeah. But yes, and a prize pool, because esports is the only sport that's actually community driven, that comes from the community.
Yeah.
So bottom up. Football and everything goes top down, but this is from the community. So that's a huge advantage and the openness of esports.
Yeah, and when you have people as drivers, you have actually passionate people watching, and helping grow the game, as we all started as esports fans. I'm sure that you were the same way. Yeah. Great, thank you so much. Now, I would like to know about the World Esports Championship and how and when the competition began.
Well, this is the 15th World Championship that we are doing, so it has quite a huge tradition. It's the longest-standing esports competition in the world that has tradition. It's the only competition also in the world that allows players to represent their countries. So this is something of huge value to ISF, and that's one of our core values. Because like in football, Ronaldo represents Portugal, Messi, Argentina. Why shouldn't the best esports athletes represent their country? Yeah. Now, it's a long road to motivate all the professional players to get the national pride awoken in them. But I think that we're creating every year better and better product, better and better conditions for them to play. Because, of course, as you know, ISF headquarters are in Korea. And the organization had its struggles to develop and to grow properly globally and internationally. It was quite strong in Asia because in Asia, majority of the countries are recognized. Their federations are recognized by their Olympic committees, and they're receiving government funds. Yeah. The rest of the world is not so developed. But now, luckily, considering that the majority of the staff is headquartered in Macedonia, we are quite international. We're in the middle of the world, so we can discuss with everybody and help as many federations as we can to join the cause.
Yeah, happy days. And I am glad, and I think everybody that's an esports fan is glad to see that indeed we are picking up from the Asian model of actually helping out the communities, from the government side to the local side. into actually, getting more into esports. I mean, why not? It's
The
supposed to be
professional
official.
teams don't need us. They don't need our help.
No, but
everybody else does.
Yeah,
And that's like 95% of the community and the players. And that's who we are here for.
and I was thinking about that. I was collaborating with a grassroots tournament organizer in Sweden back in 2017, and it kind of all made sense that they were the grassroots bringers of the CS:GO talent, and from the people that I used to comment on back then, these are the people that I see today in NIP, and Fnatic, and all the big teams. So I mean, it makes sense. You have to have a grassroots movement to support, the upbringing of good talent.
Exactly. And make sure that the players are protected and treated
fairly,
with fairness, with rights, that they are paid when they do something. Because there are a lot of companies abusing the community and abusing the players. They do a tournament, they get money from the sponsor, they don't pay the players anything. Why? Those are things that, how about social? How about health? How about other...
Mental health.
Yeah, mental health. How about some teaching, some education, some practice? This is what Federation is doing. We don't want to rule or govern or, be something like other organizations are claiming. IESF is here as a facilitator and as a helper and sort of a bridge between the grassroots community, tournament organizers, publishers. We are here to help everybody.
Nice. That's pretty good. Being the man in the middle can't be an easy job. But what is an easy job is you letting us know about the games that are going to be happening out. I'm kind of excited.
If it was easy, everybody would do it. So,
True.
That's actually the biggest motivator for this.
That's actually a good thing. You're a man that likes a challenge. That's a mark of health.
Regarding the titles, as you mentioned, this is I think this is the first time that we're actually repeating the same titles from previous year. So it's Counter-Strike, Dota 2 for PC. We have eFootball and Tekken for consoles. We're going to use PS5. And we have Mobile Legends and PUBG Mobile for mobile phones.
Great. Okay, so that's a great kind of selection of video games that are, I suppose multi-platform. You have the PC version, and then you have console games, of course, with the Tekken.
It's different communities.
It's different
So
that's
we're
it.
trying to,
bring them together. But that kind of tells you that there's going to be quite a huge amount of esports athletes coming over. I mean, I'm not too sure what the precise number is, but I think it's
605.
Right. That's gonna it's gonna be 6 stages of games as well around us.
There will be 4 stages.
4 stages.
4 stages. The consoles are gonna split the stage, but we have a huge main stage. There will be a Dota 2 stage, a PUBG stage. So there will be a lot of education courses. We have Fit Gamer here to talk to the players about the movement, about health, how you properly exercise while gaming. It's very important that the kids to understand that the athletes, I'm calling them kids because I'm a bit older, to understand that sitting on a computer and playing 16 hours is not going to make you a better player.
True, yeah.
So you need some smart, working hard always pays off, but working smart is better.
Yeah, there seems to be a consistency in about the way that esports players go about their day, and they're very, very precise with their, they wake up at the same hour, they go through practice, and as you said, it's no fun. It becomes like a job where you commit to being better. And let's say, for the first 4 hours, you do strategy work, and then you do some muscle memory work, and then you do some new tactics work. It's all part of work, and I would like to stress that word. You have to have a passion for the game for this work to be able to,
if you don't love it,
you can't do
it.
You can't do it.
It's not like working at the bank, just to get a salary and survive. No, it's not like that.
Yeah,
you can't do it like you cannot do anything in esports actually in that.
Yeah, it's a very passion-driven industry, and it's good to see passion-driven people in it.
Yeah,
and that's how you know that if something has longevity, as you said, for 15 years, to have yearly competitions, then that it's passion-driven. So. That's good trust right there. I do have some other questions for you, though. I'm wondering about the selection process for the event organizing team members. Is it part voluntary, or how does that work?
Yeah. Well, there are multiple teams that work on this. We have tournament organizers, we have a broadcast team, we have the operations team, hospitality team, transportation.
Wow.
So mainly what we do first is we create a local organizing committee, which is a mix from people from the host, City of Iași, and people from IESF. Because we already have done a lot of tournaments, a lot of World Championship, because what we do is unique. Nobody's doing it. I mean, all due respect to ESL Blast, really top-notch guys and everything. We love them, respect them, we talk to them, we share, we go on events.
Yeah.
What they're doing is like for 8 teams or 16 teams coming to a place, give them like top, like Formula One finals or something like that. What we are doing, we are accommodating 600 players.
I know, yeah.
And in 10 days,
That is huge.
they need to play more than 500 matches.
Yeah.
On multiple stages, stream it on 7 channels, and all that. It's different kind
huge,
of
yeah.
product,
Yeah.
and for that we need a lot of teams. Some of the people are volunteering because there is no esports event without volunteers.
Yeah.
Not just esports, any concert, any event, you need volunteers. They're like crucial part of it because that's how they join the community after that. And of course, there are people that have, there are professionals and that they have their paid positions for this. We're doing, we're always asking for offers when we're hiring third-party companies, getting multiple offers, selecting the best one, not just the cheapest one, but the best one, the optimal, and that's how we move forward.
Nice. Now you're talking about, a lot of people volunteering, but some, a lot of people also getting paid. How does the World Esports Championship actually get to finance all this kind of operation?
Well, mainly the way IESF works is we are supported by the Korean government first, by the Ministry of Culture and Sport and Tourism, or as we call it, abbreviated MCST. They are the core financer of the existence of IESF since the beginning. That's why the headquarters are in Korea, and they are our main partner. From there, the World Championship is a product, and it has a license fee. So what we are doing is we're selling the product, we're selling the license fee for the World Championship, and this is where we got the finances. Because if IESF is sold to a sponsor, you know what that means. Once you have a sponsor, you need to promote the sponsor, even if you agree or don't agree with some aspects of that. I'm not saying that we don't have sponsors or that the event doesn't have sponsors.
But you're not sold out to
It's
them.
on a non-controllable level
Yeah.
of the mission, vision, and values of the federation because we are a non-profit organization.
Right.
And the most important thing is to give back whatever we get, to give back to the community.
Yeah, to keep investing.
To empower the national federation so they can develop. We have 130 members, 130 countries. There are countries that, if I mention them now, I'm sure people don't even know that they exist, like Suriname. And
Of course we know Suriname.
yeah, but let's see in the audience how many they know.
Yeah.
So there are those people, when they can send a player to World Championship, you know what it means? Last year we had 17 teams from Africa, from Ghana, from Somalia. The kids were, Senegal. The team from Senegal, that was the happiest team. I think that we're going to have a reward now for the happiest team on the World Championship. They were the happiest team there. They were so positive. They were so happy to be there. They participated. And, when they come back home, they're heroes.
Yeah. True.
They were to a World Championship.
Yeah, and you empower any kind of community. It doesn't matter what, financial power or, prowess to purchase titles or, how rich the community is. And what I'm saying is you go into all the countries that you can go into and, as you said, make heroes or the heroes of tomorrow from today's
It means
players.
a lot more to Senegal than to Sweden.
Yeah,
because,
sure.
they have DreamHack. So, but the perspective is different. But slowly everything is shifting. There is a huge value. We had more than 35 million views on our last World Championship, coming from 1 million on the previous one. So that's huge. That's like 34 times higher viewership.
So you would say it's a win-win-win for everybody involved.
Exactly, and that's what matters.
Yeah, indeed. Everybody getting a piece of the pie. Talking about pieces of the pie, there's going to be prizes for this competition. Now, how do we, for the people that don't necessarily know how esports work, how do the winners get their share of the pie? And if you could talk a little bit about what the prize pool is.
The prize pool this year is same as last year. It's $500,000. It's equally distributed as much as possible. We could have equalized it to get the same amount per player.
Yeah.
Because we know Counter-Strike is the most popular one, but that doesn't mean that we need to give higher prize pool for Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Less for Dota because Dota is not so popular. Those are players. They go through the same process. They go through the same system. They are all doing the same thing.
They all work hard.
They all work hard, and they all deserve to, when they win, of course, at the end, to get the same prize pool. So it will be about 100K per team title.
Yeah, and talking about working hard, I'd like to touch a little bit about what it means to be an esports player, because I know that working hard is part of it.
Yeah.
But being an esports player, as we were alluding earlier from our conversation, means so much more.
Yeah. Well, there is also the sport athletes. There is difference between those that are professional that have psychologists, that have like coaches, and that have personal trainers, conditions, good salaries, piece of the prize fund, like huge piece, majority of the prize fund. So for them, everything is set up, everything is planned out, and of course the stress on them is much bigger than the stress on the semi-pro or amateur players. And amateur players, they're looking up to the professional players, and they're like, this is where we want to go. This is what we want to do, which is okay. But everybody is different. Everybody feels the pressure and the stress different. There are people that are burning out while competing major tournaments. So
and what do they do? What do they do to stop from burning out, or how do they protect their mental health? What do you think would be the best ways to do that?
Best way is to talk it out as soon as possible. Find professional help, like a psychologist. I know psychologists for esports are like 10 people maybe in the world. It's a new field that needs to develop, but it's something that is beginning to become more and more important and relevant, because people, they need help. And this is why IESF wants esports to be recognized as a sport everywhere, because that's when you get access to support a lot of, it's not only funds, it's resources, it's people, it's knowledge, you know, because when you are there, when you become part of the world sports family, they share knowledge with you, you know, and you can see how FIFA is doing, how FIBA is doing, how, I don't know, any federation, how the judo federation, how every federation is doing things. And from them, you can learn and try to implement most of it and help our esport athletes, our gamers, to actually grow healthy.
And that's what we're trying to achieve, I suppose, with the future of esports. And this is such a vague world, because, you know, as we look at the way esports is today, you know, it might feel a bit of a Wild West in some categories, but I know we're kind of, you know, putting the foundations of how it should look in the future years. What do you think it's going to look like? I don't know. I know this is kind of like an HR question, but how do you see esports in 5 or 10 years? What do you think it's going to be?
In 5 to 10 years, I see IESF as a full member of the International Olympic Committee. I see esports as a sport. I see our athletes getting, let's say, sports pensions and getting rewards in their countries when they win a gold medal for their country, which besides being an honor is also a huge task and responsibility and a challenge. It's not easy achievable. So, I see that we will have the Ronaldos and Messis in esports playing for their country. People like, I don't know, Simple wanting to play for their country, like Nico. So all the best players in the world, I would love to see them representing their country. I'm sure that for 10 days they can be released from their club commitments and come and play for their country and assemble the best team. This is what actually the United States are doing this year for the first time. So
nice.
I'm looking forward as a good showcase to everybody how it can be done.
How it should look. Great. Well, you heard it here. The future of esports is today. And well, it's going to be in August, let's say in September, and it's going to be happening in Iași, Romania. So if you do want to get a piece of the action, do make sure you follow IESF and, well, not me, because I'm not going to, I won't be able to give you any too much news, but yeah, I'll be very happy to be hosting this event here in my hometown. Can't wait for it to start, and I'm sure you're all just as excited. For you, it's been Boogie, and I had a great guest with me today, and we'll see you guys soon.